we do like this? First of all, this doesn't. I'm standing on the banks of Kushawati river and at the edge of 8 to 10,000 years old art gallery. The patch of lateritic rock that you see here carries the carvings done by the people who lived here 8 to 10,000 years ago. This is an extremely important archaeological and heritage site in Goa. This place is Usgalimal in Rivona village, about 47 kilometers from Ponda where I live, about 30 kilometers from Madgaon, a major city in South Goa, and some 60 odd kilometers from our capital city Panji. Just a few weeks ago, I published a video on my YouTube channel about petroglyphs of Rajapur in Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra, the Konkan region of Maharashtra. Since the year 2001, the local enthusiasts and explorers from the Ratnagiri and Sindhudurg districts have discovered more than 1,500 petroglyphs or geoglyphs, the rock carvings spread across those two districts in Konkan region at 60 plus different sites. Wonderful feeling it was to stand next to those wonderful carvings, and same feeling I get here. There are close to 100 carvings here on this particular patch of lateritic rock. I visited this place several times, and every single time I visit here, I have that special feeling of standing next to the artwork of the people from 8 to 10,000 years ago. I always wonder, how was the life that long ago? How did these people live? Did they build permanent houses the way we build it today? Or they lived out in the open? This is a wonderful place to stay at the banks of Kushawati river. I visited 4 sites in Rajapur and I got to see some wonderful petroglyphs. In Rajapur, I got to see the carvings of a tiger and even elephant and lot of abstract geometric patterns. We have some abstract geometric patterns here as well. You get to see a peacock here, the peafowl. There is one more place called Kajur nearby. A single rock in paddy fields carries some carvings. I don't know the date of that, whether it is same as these petroglyphs or older or newer than that. Another very important rock carving site is in Mhaus village near Valpoi. I made a video about that and the link to that video is in the description. Also the link to the video of petroglyphs of Rajapur is in the description. One more important thing, whenever I visit here, I see people walking all over this place. Some of them even walk on the carvings. Not to blame them, because most of these carvings are not easily seen. People are not aware of it, so they tend to walk accidentally over them. Something needs to be done to protect this. In Rajapur, what I saw was the explorers who discovered those petroglyph sites lined each carving with small stones. Wonderful and simple way of protecting them. Because what happens when you walk on this rock, you do not know where the carving is and you end up walking over it. These petroglyphs also get eroded due to the rains that lash at it directly. So another level of protection can be putting transparent acrylic cases on top of each. I don't think this is a very big deal for ASI to do. Just simple cases of acrylic can be put on each of the petroglyphs so they are protected from the direct lashing of rainwater. What is amazing is this patch of lateritic rock that carries so many carvings was under the mud till 1993. In 1993, there were heavy rains and this particular river, the Kushawati river, was flooded. And that flood water washed away all the mud from this rock, exposing or revealing the carvings that date back to 8 to 10,000 years. Amazing, isn't it? So today, the ASI has put up a small cabin there with a guard, and that is a good thing. So that guard also tells people not to walk over this, but I think the best thing would be to demarcate each and every carving here with rocks, with small stones. So let us now have a look at some of the beautiful artwork that is left behind by the people from 8 to 10,000 years ago. This whole patch of lateritic rock carrying all the carvings would be roughly 50 meters by 10 meters. about 500 square meters in area. This is Zebu bull, a bull with a hump. A very common bull that we see across India even today. Were these animals wild, or had these people domesticated them? Were these people only hunter-gatherers, or did they practice some kind of agriculture? The carvings that I saw in the Rajapur are also done on the surface of lateritic rock, just like this. And at 2 or 3 different sites, I saw similar kind of human figures. What could this be? There are more than 100 carvings on this small patch of lateritic rock. How long did it take for them to carve out these figures? What tools these people used? Researchers say they used stone tools. Now, what type of stone tools? Look at the precision of carving. Look at the symmetry. Some stone tools were indeed found at this particular site. A tool resembling an axe, while some resembling the blade of a knife. Were these the tools used for carving? Or were the tools used for hunting and cutting and chopping of the wood, or for both? There are a lot many animal figures here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just in this small patch, so many animal figures. There's one more far away there. Looks like this carving represents feet with toes and 2 feet. This carving of the labyrinth is one of the 2 bigger carvings. The other one is a bull a little right of this labyrinth. What is the meaning of this wonderful design? What does it represent? There are a lot of carvings of this particular animal form. Looks like this was a common animal here, abundant. This is that other big carving. Yeah, the peacock. This is common even today in this area. So what I saw in Rajapur was people had lined up the stones around each carving like this. Now when I spoke to the guard here, he had a concern that if we do like this, first of all, this doesn't become official. This is under ASI. It's not an official thing. So he had a concern that people who come here, especially the school kids and the college kids, may kick around the rocks and spread them all across the site. But I think people can be told, and I think people will realize why this is done. So I request authorities at ASI to take note of this. It's a simple technique of demarking and protecting this site, which is exposed to the elements and to the people for thousands of years. Really not a difficult thing. Look at that, so clearly demarcated. Nobody's going to walk over it. So there are so many carvings here which are eroded, not easily visible. So people accidentally walk over them. If we follow like this for all the 100+ carvings here, they will remain protected for longer time. Now since guard had a concern, I'm going to remove this. And again, I'm appealing to ASI authorities to note this technique, simple technique of protecting the carvings here. So there I've removed all the rocks that I'd put as lining. This wonderful art gallery has survived for thousands of years, and now it's our responsibility to take care that it survives for the thousands of years to come.